Mushrooms, episode 757,542, and this one is called Strawberry Fields Fornever. I am your hostess, Harley Quinn, and to my left, as usual, is...
the Adder Mad Hatter, Deke Rivers.
Alrighty, and to my right, we got Buddy Cash, and then to my far left, we got Jenny Lee. She's doing the peace sign. Alrighty, minions, quinions, and harlots, and deacons. Let's get ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, Deke. How are you?
I'm good. Well, let me start the conversation today.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about something that I heard the other night on the internet from the great Hank Williams III.
Okay.
Also Hank Williams Jr.
Hank Williams Jr.
Okay, as everybody out there may know that I'm a Hank Williams fan. Maybe you know that, maybe you don't know that. But I am a Hank Williams fan. Well, I know that when he was alive, they fired him from the Opry. Ain't that some shit? He was put into the Opry and then they fired him from the Opry. Well, they told him if he changed his ways, he straightened his shit up, they'd put him back in there. Evidently, that never happened. However, here we are almost 3 years later, and they still haven't put him back in the Opry yet. They're still capitalizing on his name. His pictures are hanging on the wall, and they sell his merchandise, but they won't put him back in the Opry. Anyway, I had heard Hank Williams Jr. say that he had talked to the guy that runs the Grand Ole Opry, and they said they're not reinstating a dead guy back into the Opry, which is a total slap in the face to him and to Hank Williams fans all over the world.
Okay, let me just chime in. They're not going to put in a dead guy. Newsflash, half of everybody in the Opry is dead. Patsy, Johnny, June, the Carter family, Hank, Senior, they're all dead.
No,
and by
they
the
said
way,
that they won't reinstate a dead guy.
Okay, by the way, at the same damn time, I also think it needs to be said that there are no black people in the Grand Ole Opry.
Exactly.
And I think that's shameful because one of the founders of the Grand Ole Opry was in fact a black man, and I had the name written down and I lost it, so I am sorry, but you can Google that. Charlie Rich? I don't think that's his name.
Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride is the only black man that's in there, and then I think they're going to induct Darius Rucker, the guy from Hootie and the Blowfish, because now he's got like a country career or whatever. So, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but they won't put in Hank Williams Sr. again, and they threw Bocephus out. I mean, come on, what the fuck kind of shit is that? I think if you have the Grand Ole Opry, you should have the Williams family in there, which they were the ones that originated it.
You should, just for some people who are young and don't know who Bocephus is, you should clarify who Bocephus is.
He's Hank Williams Jr. That is the son of Hank Williams Sr.
And that was his nickname when he was a kid, right?
Yeah. He still calls himself that. That's also, for those people who don't know, for all you youngsters, he is also the father, Hank Williams Jr. is the father of Hank III.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Harley, would you like to say anything?
I got a bunch of stuff to say. I had to make notes, because if I don't make notes, I'll forget. So, this is in no particular order, but, hey, do you want to hear the joke that I told one of the soups at the stupid university? Because
I would love to hear this.
They just got back, him and his wife just got back from having a baby. And this dude, I remember when this dude was like a breakfast cook and a total douchebag. So I went up to him and I was like, oh, he was in the back, fucking around with one of the girls and stuff or whatever. Oh, there's that $10. I was like, oops. Anyways, by the way, that's laundry money. I knew I had a $10 bill somewhere.
Hold it on me, huh?
I'm pulling out money out of my pockets. Okay, so this dude was in the back messing around with one of the girls from Chick-fil-A or whatever, and, she looked distressed, she had a really weird look on her face.
Did you just unplug me?
No. And, so I whipped it around, and I was like, I'm so glad you're back at work after having a baby. You look so good. You got your figure back and everything. I am so jealous. There wasn't a dry seat in the house. I amaze myself with all the jokes I come up with at work. I'm like, they're my best. I have to throw the jokes out, because if not, I'll just go nuts and go crazy. But anyways.
They don't know about you. You got a reputation. You just go crazy now.
I'm like, dude. And then I'm up there in the morning trying to, get all my stuff set up. And I had my phone on playing the radio, and my boss came over and he made me turn it off and everything. And I was
Killjoy.
like, Buzzkill. I was like, you should be happy that this music makes me happy and puts me in a good mood, because the last thing you want is for me to be in a bad mood. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, Harley, if I told our father about that jock, he'd be like, "Did you kick his ass?" I'm like, I almost did.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about the jock? Now, mind you, I was so mad and so offended by what had happened yesterday.
And we hope your ass is listening so she can talk about your ass personally.
Yeah, I hope you listen, or I hope you've seen the picture that I have since posted on St. Mary's University Twitter and Facebook and wherever the hell these pictures go whenever they're on the internet, because it has to be said. And yeah, I'm looking right at you, I'm talking right to you, and you know what? If I see you again in the calf, I'm going to point you out to everyone. There goes the motherfucker with the damn strawberries. Yeah, that's your new name from now on. I don't even know your name, but from now on, I'm going to call you motherfucker. That's right, motherfucker. Because you did some, and I don't like this word, and y'all are gonna forgive me for saying this, but you did some faggoty shit that I cannot get over, because obviously you have never been in a situation in your life. So I'm about to break it down right now. So motherfucker comes into the calf, I guess, to eat or whatever, with his douchebag buddies, all the whatever frickin' team he's on.
The fag squad?
I guess, whatever. Hold on, let me take a drag of this cigarette, because this pissed me off. So I'm outside on my break, right? And during my break, I'm sitting out there smoking my cigarette, doing what every girl's got to do, and I'm just sitting there chillaxing. And then I see this, and then I see this guy, motherfucker, coming out, and he's with his dudes. Oh, not just any dudes. Fucking ass juice and fucking meathead. That's right, motherfucker, ass juice and meathead. Those are your names from now on. So every time I see you, I'll be like, there goes motherfucker, there goes ass juice, there goes fucking meathead. Anyways, these dudes are, so motherfuckers walking past me, right, on the thing where I sit on the bench and smoke, and I see him with this cut that he stole from the calf. Now, anything that you're supposed to take out of the calf needs to be in a green to-go container that you have to pay for.
I had one of those when I came to see you down there at the calf.
Yeah. So, anyways, I see him with this cup of strawberries, and then all of a sudden I see him picking the strawberries out of the cup and throwing them everywhere. Like, into the middle of the foliage, onto the street, all over the place. And as motherfucker, ass juice, and meathead are passing me, and I see them throwing these strawberries, I whip it around, and I say, hey, dude, do you know the trash can's right here? And he looks at me and was like, oh, they're only strawberries. Hold up, wait a minute, let's put some back and some neck up in it, because I'm going to slap this white fucker upside his goddamn head. What the fuck? They're only strawberries. Well, let me tell you about these only strawberries, because for what you had in that cup was probably like, I don't know, $100 worth of frickin' strawberries, because you know what? Strawberries are expensive because they're not in season. Yes, that's right. I worked in restaurants to know how much produce costs, because I used to do the goddamn inventory and do the invoices. And so for that little $100 that you're throwing around in strawberries, we could have fed a third world country. We could have taken that money and we could have given everybody that works in the calf, we could have given them at least, I don't know, a 5-10 cent raise maybe for all that stuff that you're throwing around. And another thing, for all the food that you're standing there wasting, they're cutting our hours because they're losing money, because people like you and your friends like to, do that shit. So, and let me say something else to you. Obviously, you were probably born with money and you've never had to do without anything in your life. But I'm sorry, when I see people like you wasting food and throwing it around like that, my heart hurts, because I think of the times that I had to go hungry and I had to sit here and wonder where my next meal is coming from. So before you can throw around those damn strawberries and be like, oh, they're just strawberries, I hope to hell that when you and I see each other again, probably in the calf on Monday, and you probably heard this and you've probably seen the pictures on your St. Mary's Twitter. I hope you think real long and hard about exactly what I've done to your strawberries before you've actually thrown them around and put it in your mouth. Because I'm telling you personally, I ain't never going to forget that shit. And I will make sure that somebody other than me tells you about it. You just wait and see. I'm coming for you. Okay.
Yeah, and if he lays one hand on you, he's gonna have to deal with me. He better make it a point not to deal with me.
I don't give a shit. He's got one time to knock me the fuck out, and then I'm gonna break his fucking knees. And he'll never have children after I'm done with him. Okay, D.
He better not touch you because I'll fuck him up. Anyway.
Tell us about your game.
Oh, it's really awesome. I've been playing as Sting. Sting's got all the championships right now.
Where's the spray?
Sting has got like all the championships right now. And Rob Van Dam. But that's beside the point.
Give me the spray. Okay, what else?
Okay, really? I'm trying to talk about a game and you're over here making me smell like a springtime meadow. Really?
Just tell about the damn game.
Anyway, it's the new 2K15 video game, y'all. For those of you who don't have it, it's really cool. I purchased it as a pre-order game, so I got to unlock Sting, which is really cool. He's like one of my favorite wrestlers. Anybody who's heard me on the podcast knows that I like wrestling, and Sting is one of my favorite wrestlers. But anyway, it's like a really cool game. It's better than the original ones. This one beats the other ones and blows the other ones out of the water. And like, there's not really much else I can say because I mean, I just summed it all up.
Okay. And what else that we were gonna talk about? What else? There's nothing else we're gonna say about
19 Kids
that?
and Counting.
Okay, 19 Kids and Counting. Actually, this Tuesday show was really, really good. This is the first time that I have ever seen the girls from 19 Kids and Counting actually seem normal. Like, not normal like you and me normal where we get life and shit like that. But I mean normal as in with a normal relationship and stuff that they were doing. And this is the first time I've actually sort of seen them dress kind of normally. Like, they don't look like they're part of a cult or something. And I actually really liked this episode. This was the first episode in a long time that I really liked.
Uh-huh.
I was really surprised about that. Because it was the episode where they were showing the other girl's engagement that just got married this past weekend. And it was a really fun episode. The boyfriend set up like a scavenger hunt for her to find all the clues like leading up to their marriage, like 12 long stem roses and a train ride, all that kind of stuff. It was pretty.
What kind of gay
cool.
fucking faggot shit is that?
You have to see it to be there. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to give a shout out to my friend from the CAF. He's my coworker. His name is Steven. He's an awesome dude. I call him a hipster because he does look like a hipster, and he is a hipster. He listens to Deadmau5 and the Black Keys and likes to tease me about it because of the long-running feud with Jack White and the Black Keys. So he likes to tease me about it. So this is a shout out to you, motherfucker. I'm going to punch you in the face like we normally do. You know, that's how we play or whatever. But I thought I'd mention you because you asked me to, so that's what I'm doing. And, oh, hey. You know, while we were talking last week when we did the Halloween episode, we forgot to talk about.
Oh, yeah, and I was going to mention Harry Houdini.
So you want to do Houdini first?
I'll mention Harry Houdini. For those of you out there listening who may or may not know, I also am very big on magic. I love magic. I love seeing artists perform magic. Artists like Lance Burton. That guy in Las Vegas whose name escapes me at the moment goes by, what was his name? Chris Anvil? Whatever his name is.
Chris Angel. You know his name. You just trying to play. Don't clown. Don't clown.
Whatever his name is. Anywho, I want to say that on Halloween, it was a very special night for me. I respect and admire Harry Houdini, and I just wanted to tell everyone that he died on Halloween because of some craziness that had happened to him. He always did this thing where he went up to people and told them they could punch him in the stomach and he wouldn't feel it. And so I don't know what happened due to some crazy circumstances. Somebody hit him really hard in the stomach before he even got prepared for it, and they injured his appendix, and his appendix ruptured, and he lingered for 7 days in the hospital, and he died on Halloween night. So I just want to say a tribute to Harry Houdini, and you know, rest in peace, Harry, wherever you are out there, and I'm going to carry on your work by trying to debunk some of these mediums. I won't go into that now. That's for next week's show. Harley?
Alright. Well, we forgot one thing talking about Halloween last week, and that was the death of River Phoenix.
Rest
Now,
in peace, River.
if you know anything about me at all, I despise drugs and drug users or whatever. Like, I'm not even gonna fuck with you. Like, and I'll be the first one to admit, yes, I've tried, whatever. That's just not my life. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'd rather do this. I'd rather make people laugh. I'd rather, listen to other people's stories or whatever. I cannot fuck with you if you're fucking with the dope or whatever. I just can't. But, it's been 21 years since River Phoenix died in 1993 outside of the Viper Room on Halloween. And it gets me to think about certain things. Like, in 1995, like, when Selena died and how I feel about Selena and her music, like, to me, there is no other Tejano female artist but Selena. Like, I can't even listen to, Jenny Rivera or anybody like that. Not that I'm not denying that they're talented or anything like that, because they are talented, but to me, Tejano music is Selena, and when you see the movie and you hear her story or whatever, she never changed. No matter how famous she got, she was in the business for over 20 years, and she'd won a Grammy. She was the first Tejano artist to win a Grammy in the American Grammys in 1994 for the Selena Live album. And, Selena changed my life or whatever. But in thinking about River Phoenix and Selena, I think about what things might have been like had they still been alive. Like, River Phoenix would have been in Interview with the Vampire, and his career probably would have exploded or whatever. And
I think him and Joaquin would have played the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, and and saying that, had he lived, I truly believe that maybe there wouldn't be no Leonardo DiCaprio.
I have to agree.
Leonardo DiCaprio got all the roles that River Phoenix was supposed to be in, like The Basketball Diaries and Total Eclipse. Those were things that River Phoenix, while he was still alive, was going to do or whatever. And then with Selena, I think there would have been no J-Lo. Like, I don't think J-Lo would have exploded as big as she did because of, the Selena movie and being on TV and all that kind of stuff. So it just kind of makes me wonder, how things might have been or how things might have been different or whatever. But still, at the same time, I still can't forgive what he did or whatever. And I don't care how dumb someone needs to be, that they accept something from someone that should have been his first clue not to accept anything from anybody that gave him stuff or whatever. But I don't know, because I was not physically present at the time of the death, so I can't say what happened or didn't happen. All I know is from what I read, and from what I read, I just wish that, maybe it didn't happen or whatever, but I'm not going to deny that it did happen. And I'm not going to deny that because it did happen, Joaquin's career became so much greater, and he ended up playing Johnny Cash, which I love. I love the movie, love the soundtrack. Have it on my phone every time my favorite part comes on. My favorite part's at the ending when he sings Cocaine Blues, and he's like, "This is for your warden," and he drops a cup, and you're like, "Oh my God, it's still there!" It's like, I swear to God, he was born to play that role. Like, I cannot get over it. But anyways, we have 11 more minutes.
Okay, well, Harley, in closing of that, I'm going to tell everybody about the $1 Million Quartet.
Yeah.
When we went to see the play of the $1 Million Quartet.
Didn't we already talk about that?
Did we?
I don't know. Well, go ahead, give everybody a refresher course.
Anyway, to quote what Harley was saying, she is a Johnny Cash fan. I remember I asked her, I think it was last year or the year before last, to go and see the $1 Million Quartet play with me.
Don't do that.
And we went to this play, and it was awesome. Harley was blown away by it. I mean, she was rocking out to most of the Johnny Cash songs, but I knew all the Elvis songs and all the Jerry Lee Lewis stuff. But other than that, yeah, like, I thought it was an awesome show, and everybody, the whole cast was awesome and amazing, and it was just a great night.
What else?
That's all I want to say. Jenny, you got anything you want to say?
Okay, well, now it's time for my favorite segment.
The Jack White Corner.
Jack
featuring
White said.
Whatever. featuring Harley Quinn. Take it away, Harley.
Oh, well, when I'm announcing this part, can you call me Harley White? It makes me feel... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
For cards'
I'm
sake!
just kidding! Be like, quick, find us the picture of the SpaghettiOs.
Oh my...
Okay, that was a joke.
Yo,
from,
I'm walking
from,
away.
like,
I'm walking
3
away,
weeks
y'all.
ago. Well, I haven't gotten a chance to really be on the computer this week because I've been crazy busy at work or whatever. But since this is my favorite time of the show where I get to mention Jack White, that makes me really feel
Get to the point!
Inside. Well, I am about to get to the point. You don't need to get all crazy about it, okay? I'll let you talk about your wrestling and your new game so you can hear me about this. My point is simply this.
Hurry up, and also
Jack
talking
White
about
is
Angelina
awesome.
Jolie as Maleficent.
Oh my god, yeah, talk about Angelina Jolie as Maleficent.
You go first.
Jack White is still awesome. You go.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Jack White is still really, really awesome. Now go.
For those of you who don't know, I'm an Angelina Jolie fan. I love all her movies. And I've been watching the Maleficent movie like crazy. I love that movie because my mom loves Sleeping Beauty. That's her movie. But the Maleficent movie is awesome, and it gets down to the point more. And Angelina Jolie looked great in the costume. Well, that's all I want to say.
And what else? Come on, we got 8 minutes. You gotta get this. You gotta get with this.
I'm pretty much done, Harley. You go ahead.
I'm not done. We not done yet. Tell a joke. Do something. Dance. Dance.
How can I dance over radio, you dum-dum?
I don't care. You figure it out. Dance. You're like, dance. So, what did you want to do for Halloween? What did we tell them what we want to do for Thanksgiving?
Oh, okay, you tell them.
You tell them, because I don't know. I'm not going to eat that much turkey because I'm sick of turkey.
Well, I'm just pretty much going to cook the turkey, yes. For all you guys out there, yes, I know how to cook. Because let me tell you something, okay? These girls, no offense to you, Harley, no offense to you, Jenny. A lot of these girls here don't know fucking shit. Okay? All these girls want to do is be sucking dick and chasing dick. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to do shit.
Oh,
okay?
snap.
To quote the great Freddie Fender, they don't make them like I like them anymore, okay? It's so true. He knew what he was talking about when he wrote that song.
Yeah.
Anyway, my mom taught me how to cook. Like I've said in past segments, I do have very vivid memories and very avid memories of my mom and grandmother teaching me how to cook. Anyway, beside the point, back to what I was saying. I'm going to be cooking this Thanksgiving, so that'll be a sight within itself. I think Harley's going to sell tickets at the calf, be like, come on, witness the great E-Tour.
No, I wouldn't do that, because I need someone to back me up when I'm going off on these motherfuckers. With that little faggoty shit about throwing. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. I really can't get over that.
Speaking of faggots, Harley, I'm gonna in closing go off on some shit that I want to really talk about. It's been burning me up inside, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to let loose tonight. This is going to be a great podcast, and I'm going to let loose. You're going to hear me go off for the first time on this shit. Okay? And this, I want to talk about Republicans in office. So, for anybody out there who's listening that's Republican, if I offend you, let me address it with this. Suck my dick.
Okay.
Okay. Here goes. How the fuck can you goddamn shit-spewing media fucks come into office and right away start throwing your weight around? Obama hasn't even got out of office yet. And by the way, okay, you want to be over here talking shit that, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, but yet your fucking ass gets in office and you're already on fucking vacation. The fuck kind of homosexual shit's that? You're already on vacation just talking about, oh, as soon as I'm done with my Mai Tai, fuck that, I'm going back to Texas, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Get your ass up and fucking do something, motherfucker.
You better get your life. You better
and
get
then
your life.
And then you're talking about, oh, well, I'm going to get Social Security because of this or because of that. You know what? Fuck you. And another thing I'm gonna say: why don't you go take care of all those freaking veterans that we have out there? Those sick and dying veterans that don't nobody give a fuck about. Those old men, those old women that were actually in the army and fought to make us a free country, and yet you fucking leave them in some hellhole, fucking dying and getting sick and all. You don't even spare them a passing glance. Why don't you go take care of them? And while you're at it, you sorry motherfuckers, why don't you go down to Africa and Afghanistan and take care of all those sick kids that are fathered by these fucking faggots in the war to go out there and fuck all these women, get them the fuck pregnant, and then we have to fucking send their kids money so they could get food. No, sirree, Bob. You go back and fucking get all those soldiers that went over there, planted that seed, and make them pay for that shit.
Amen. I ain't arguing with that. I'm just gonna say Did you know I read a story about a 90-year-old man getting arrested for feeding the homeless? That to me is unrepentable. I will never speak to those motherfuckers in Florida again. You all can suck it. I will pee on your freaking courthouse when I get a chance to go down to Florida. And I will be banned. Be like, I'm riding a Harley on the freaking... I'm going to write on something.
You're riding dirty. They're trying to catch you riding dirty.
I will spit in somebody's face because that's bullshit. Like, I don't mean to be vile or whatever, but how are you going to arrest someone for trying to make a difference in their community and somebody else's life? Because you guys don't want to... See, I don't understand how these people in Congress or these legislators or whoever's in charge that I don't know about, how can you make a law against being homeless but don't help the homeless that you already have? Obviously,
exactly.
No.
And then another thing, okay? Again, I'm gonna go back to these veterans. You leave them out there in some fucking hellhole that nobody knows about, with fucking roach-infested houses, fucking rats' nests. Literally, because I saw this one old man on the news that was talking about you don't give a shit about them. You cut off his healthcare, you cut this off, you cut that off, and yet this old man's struggling and he was in the war. How the fuck can you do him like that? To me, those are fucking true heroes.
Thank you. They're the closest superheroes we'll ever get. They fought for a country to be free. They fought for you to have the right to vote, for you to be in your big fancy cushy office behind your chair or whatever. And don't even try to get me to admit that or whatever, because I think you're wrong. And just because you don't have the guts to physically go over there and fight in the war and pick up a gun, then I don't want to hear you say anything about the veterans and the people who are coming back just now, because I will be like, once you do it, then you can talk about it.
Exactly.
Oh, and another little thing while we're on it, because I gotta know if all of these men who are talking, all of these men who I need to know, because I think they have pussies and vagina, because I notice they're talking a lot about women and reproductive rights. When you can physically become pregnant and have a baby of your own, then you can come and tell me what I can and cannot do with my own body. Until then, you can suck it, because I'm going to do whatever the hell I have to do to make my life better. And if you don't like it, then you need to get the hell out of the office, and you need to make sure you tell your daughters and your wives that you don't like it in your house, and that's up to you. But don't tell me what I can and cannot do with my own body. And this is going to be our closing, because this was Don't Trip on Our Mushrooms. Strawberry Fields for Never. I was your hostess, Harley Quinn. And you were?
I'm your host, Deke Rivers, the Adder Mad Hatter.
And Electro Boy, Buddy Cash. Say goodbye, buddy. And Jenny Lee, who's over there, she's like, bye. She didn't have much to say today.
Peace out.
So that was our episode for you. We hope you liked it. If you didn't like it, well, don't come back. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. But if you do like it, come back in a couple of days for our next episode. And we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.